Autonomous vehicles are becoming more and more of a reality. They might one day completely take over the road. They're supposed to be even safer than human drivers. But what if an autonomous car hits a pedestrian? Well, Google has been granted a patent for a sort of glue-like substance on the front and sides of the car that would assumedly secure a hit pedestrian from either going under the car or bouncing off the car. So basically like human flypaper.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a... This is fascinating to me. So there's this coat of a flypaper-like glue that's going to be on the hood, the front bumper, and then the side panels of the car. Then there's supposed to be a thin eggshell-like coating over that to protect the glue. And then if for whatever reason a person gets hit by one of these autonomous vehicles, that shell breaks and then the person is secured.
Okay.
So the idea is instead of them being run over or just like flying off and sustaining further injuries, that they would assumedly be they would be stuck there until the car slows down.
Right, so you get slammed by this car, you smack your head, you break your arm, and now you're just stuck on it, waiting to move. Now, every movement is going to be extremely painful because your skin is stuck to it. So
that's the complaint. So no,
I don't see this taking off.
Well, and let's be clear. So this is technology that's supposed to be geared towards autonomous vehicles, but like the picture that they just showed before where there's airbags outside of the car, there's other car companies that already, this one right here, there's already car companies that utilize this. This is for, like Jaguar uses it, Range Rover, for example.
That makes sense.
Right, so if like a bicyclist or something hits your car, it's basically taking the attention off of just focusing on safety of people within the car and then outside of it.
I don't know about the sticky aspect.
The sticky aspect of it, right? So according to the patent, this is what they have to say. The adhesive layer may be a very sticky material and operate in a manner similar to flypaper or double-sided duct tape. The adhesion of the pedestrian to the vehicle may prevent the pedestrian from bouncing off. So yes, this is interesting to me. We've done a few stories about autonomous vehicles, and we did a story a couple of months back about how there was this accident that was the first of the accidents that were caused because of a Google car. So it was a Google car trying to turn right, but then trying to avoid a sandbag and then sideswiped a bus. So to me, this is just interesting. It's them trying to become more and more sophisticated for all the scenarios involved in driving. So hopefully, the sensors and the cameras and all of that stuff will prevent this, but
they're trying to be so technologically advanced with all these things, yet the idea of putting sticky paper
right.
is so archaic.
Is
and
that
it's
the
so,
innovation?
Yeah, so look, I think that in the future we're going to look back and we're going to see this as one of those, funny things that just never took off. Oh, look at what was proposed back when autonomous cars were like a new cool thing.
Totally.
They thought about making sticky paper on the hood and having people stick to it. No. That makes no sense. By the time that autonomous cars are ubiquitous enough where we really need to worry about these kinds of things, I'm pretty sure the technology will be there as well. We're not going to still be worrying about
what if you're wearing like a nice Armani suit or something, and you're just like, oh man, I got this. Not only was I hit by a car, but now I got all this sticky paper on me. I don't know.
Health insurance better cover your Armani suit then. No, seriously, because they hit your car. They hit you with their car and they ruin your suit.
You'll probably get a new suit.
Come on.
I mean, let's also be clear. Google spokespeople have said that they own many patents, many of which don't actually come to fruition. So it's very possible that this will happen. But it's interesting. So Bryant Walker-Smith, he's a Stanford School of Law professor, and he was actually appreciating the fact that Google is looking to protect pedestrians, not only the people within the vehicle. But he addresses the fact that this might be a bit of an issue. He has this to say. He said, if you had a pedestrian stuck on a car that then crashed into something else, that could be worse than if the pedestrian was thrown to the side or thrown over the car. It could also be better. It's very dependent on the chaos of the situation. The history of progress is replacing one set of problems with another set of problems and just really hoping that your new set of problems in aggregate is less than your original problem.
And they are oftentimes.
And I think that's totally true. Like, I know this is corny, but it's like, to make an omelet, you got to crack some eggs. So I guess you got to crack some eggshell-like coatings to get to some flypaper. I don't know, man.
As they say
on the street. But again, I mean, this is just the next in the line of coming to the point where autonomous vehicles are ubiquitous, as you said. But what do you think? Human flypaper? Do you think that idea will stick?